Here, Brian, maybe you can go on my Instagram too if you can.
You want to set up? There's another stand for Orly's phone.
Oh no, he can just hold it. Whatever.
You can hold it for an hour.
Oh yeah.
Testing 1, 2. We're live behind the headphones.
Yes, we are. Behind the headphones, everybody. We want to appreciate you for tuning in. We're running a little bit late. A lot of traffic today on the 10 freeway. A lot of freeways, a lot of damage. You'll see on the news tonight. But we're so thankful again for you joining us today, Friday. I know you have better plans maybe, but this is the best show to watch. So today, behind the headphones, we have the one and only Orlando Rocha.
Baby.
Here he is. Orly 17, Space Taco, Fun Day Sessions.
Fun Day House Sessions.
Fun Day House Sessions, as he corrected me. So you know the truth. So Orly.
What's up,
and my
buddy?
partner, of course, Richard, K-Bandit.
Mr. Bandit. Smokey. Where's the Smokey at?
Where's the smoke?
Right on.
So what were you like as a kid?
As a kid?
Yes, sir.
I was a man as a kid. I was forced to grow up early. What a lot of people don't know is that I actually do come from Los Angeles. On my Instagram and on my socials, I'm a Riverside, California boy today. But I grew up in Norwalk, California, and
Hawaiian Gardens.
That's where I lived, yeah. In the one ways, homie. What's up?
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. Hawaiian Gardens. Okay. But how were you as a kid, though? I mean, growing up, what were you like? What'd you do?
As a kid, man, it's really hard to talk about my childhood. I really didn't have one. I had 5 older brothers, and it just seemed like the speed of light. Everything they were doing, I was the baby of the family, so everything they did, I just wanted to adapt to them. They were living a more mature life. There was always parties, events, things like that at my house, and that's kind of what sparked what I do today. And my passion has been there since I was a child. And I've always just tried to do adult moves, you know. So childhood was fun, but it wasn't like everyone else's, you know.
Wasn't really too fond memories per se. Is that what you're trying to say? Or so many
memories
words?
I don't want to remember unless I was, listening to some
man.
music or around a lot of people and things like that. Yeah.
And what schooling did you have? Normal schooling? Were you ever bullied?
No.
Did you do the bullying?
No. I'm not a bully, nor was I bullied. I'm a people person, so people gravitate to me, and I gravitate to good people, positive energy. Mm-hmm. There's been some dark times, but nothing to discuss today, though, you know?
Okay, cool. No, we respect that. Totally, my friend. And were your parents supportive of your move?
My mother, my mother's a great woman, but she did raise 6 boys. We grew up in Norwalk, California. She was she was a single mother. I was a baby of the family. I don't know, Craig. I moved out when I was, I think I was 16 and never came back home. So I was a young buck. Again, I had to grow up real fast. And, I'm happy that those things happened, even though it's not really delightful to hear. But I think it's made me who I am today.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Nothing to be ashamed of. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
Bandit.
Well, what advice would you give yourself if you could go back?
What advice would I give myself when I would go back?
If you could go back.
If I can go back, I would pretty much, if I can give myself good advice when I went back, I don't think I would change anything. The advice that I took, the path that was that I proceeded was basically who I am today. I'm very grateful and happy. I didn't really come from much. A few family members died when I was very young. So, again, too, it's a little bit more personal, you know. I'm not really comfortable answering those questions. But,
no problem.
I'm happy today. That's what it counts, you know.
Right on. What is a typical day for you? Do you have any daily routines or stuff you do every day on a normal basis?
I grind every day. Again, too, like... I believe that I just part of the system. Like, you grow up and you struggle. I never want to see those times again, nor do I want to put my family through those times today. So when everyone's sleeping, I'm working and I'm grinding and I'm making things happen. And I've achieved some pretty outstanding goals to that's why I am who I am today, and just grinding, man. I don't never stop. I came here from work. When I get home, I'm gonna go back to work.
Nice.
I'm Kobe Bryant. There you go.
Hey, that's how shit happens. You know what I mean? You can't
Exactly,
stop.
bro.
You gotta just keep grinding, keep grinding.
Believe me, you have a name, dude. Without a doubt, we're appreciative that you're here.
Thank you.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food, man, my wifey doesn't cook too well. I like spaghetti. I think one of my favorite foods is spaghetti. I make it myself, but I like to go to Vince's Cafe. I go to Marcello's in downtown in Hollywood. I like their spaghetti as well too. So I like Italian food. Yeah.
Nice.
Right on,
Yeah, Italian's great.
Mm-hmm.
What was your very first DJ equipment?
Technique 1200s, a realistic mixer. We created a speaker box out of our own wood at home, and we were just taking speakers. We used to call this speaker box that me and my neighborhood friend we actually made. Would call it what was it called? Man, it was like JVC. There was a Certain Vega. There was a Yamaha. There was all this thing. It was the monster of speakers. But it actually worked, and it worked well for what we needed to do. Yeah.
Right on, dude. So what year was that? How old were you? How did you get into it?
I was probably 8 years old. Before me, my 5 older brothers, they were in the disco crews, heavy metal. Yeah, like I said, we grew up in Norwalk.
Yeah. On heavy metal.
The new wave scene was out, so I was intrigued with all that stuff. But my brothers would have parties at my house. My mom would allow because they were charging, and she was making a coin. She was making coin off of it. So,
Sling family. Right on.
I don't know if you guys know Exodus Records.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure.
yes,
Okay, yes. Benny and Manny were a huge influence on me. Their sound systems, the fiberglass JBL cabinets they used to carry, the shredder, that's where I was influenced, and I just never stopped.
It was Exodus Records, Exodus Sounds right there.
Oh, yeah.
That was it. I remember that for sure. I used to go there. I used to make the posters for Bert.
Oh, okay.
For when he used to have dances with Artie the One Man Party and Humpty and all them back then. Who else would he do? But this show's about you. So now we know it was Exodus Sounds back in San Gabriel, right there off of Rosemead Boulevard, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
San Gabriel and Rush.
Rock Records, we used to walk there every day and buy singles and, whatever we can get. Yeah, it was a lot of fun back in those days. Just a lot of inspiration from local DJs in the neighborhood. And I just stuck with it ever since. Now, I wasn't a DJ. I've only been DJing for probably about I've been playing music for about 10 years. Prior to that, I was a promoter. I'm all about making money, man. So I've always made so much more money being a promoter versus being a DJ. It's when I got married, my wife had told me, hey, you're doing this 4 or 5 nights out of the week. I understand you're getting paid. But at the same time, too, it's a lot comes with being in the nightlife scene. And I had already owned a limousine company for a few years. And I got into the bar business, had 2 bars. And it was either I had to make a decision. So I was just hey, I still play music when I really didn't. Can I go out and do that? And she was just sure, it's cool DJing. And I started playing music when the house music scene was dead in the IE. There was no one playing music in the IE. So I kind of feel we kind of re-pioneered the game of house music in the Inland Empire. Space Taco and all too as well. And it's crazy. Today I'm hearing people all day long, hey, we got to bring house music back. We're bringing it back. Man, we've been doing this for over 8 years plus. It's crazy.
And we were just talking about your old spot, Luna. How's that?
Luna? Oh my God. I was doing 4 different nightclubs in Ranch Cucamonga in the IE, Rock the Keys, Margarita Rocks, McAllen's, and Fusions. Mm-hmm. And I met this gentleman, the owner of Luna. What was his name? Dennis. Had me over to his club. We walked in there. It was a multi-million-dollar establishment. And he says, I want you guys to be our promoters. Started working with him on Friday nights for releases. We were bringing out some pretty big talent. and it just grew. I ended up being there for 4 years before the place started going down. Any club expectancy is about 5 years before you have to like reinvent itself. It has to reinvent itself or change itself. But Luna was a gold mine. You know, I've made so much money at Luna. It was crazy. There was times I was walking home with like $4,000 or $5,000 just from door sales, whatnot. It was a great experience. Taught me a lot, you know.
Right on. You succeeded all the way.
How do you feel the internet has impacted the music business and a promoter or a DJ like yourself?
The internet, for me, during the pandemic, obviously, you know, people that top 40 DJs, people that gave up on the electronic music scene, got right back into it. Only because if you were producing your own music, it was a big bonus because your feeds wouldn't get cut. If you were playing commercial music, you're gonna play for 10, 15 minutes, and whoop, they cut you off, and you don't even know it. You're sitting there dancing by yourself, playing music, thinking you're recording and stuff, and then next thing you know, you go back to your phone and you get like 5 minutes set or something. So. It was a big benefit for the house music scene. Prior to the pandemic, Space Taco, Space Yacht, Focus, Clinic. I think Ray Cash. I've always admired Ray Cash. He would do his temple events.
Hollywood.
But other than that, it was very shallow, very quiet. You know, all the way from LA to the Inland Empire, no one was playing house music. Again, too, it's like, you know, I stayed faithful to the electronic music scene. The club owners, I have a lot of friends in the Inland Empire that own clubs, and there are a lot of older cats, and they love the groovy house music scene, the chill vibes. It's just, you know, the love, the peacefulness of it, the vibes, all that good stuff. I would always say, come play a set. I'm like, man, I'm not going to go play there because I know that, you know, the crowd's not going to be about it. Everyone wants to be a thug. You know, that's when the hip hop scene came in and took over the whole fucking nightlife scene in the Inland Empire. All right, so I would put together some stuff that would make sense, a lot of Latin music and stuff like that. So it worked out, and I would play 45-minute to an hour set sometimes, and I would bring the whole confetti bombs, glow sticks, all that stuff, and it was a lot of fun. So, yeah, it worked out.
What's your favorite DJ you've played with?
Favorite DJ I played with? Oh, man. Favorite DJ, I would have to say, but I don't like playing with him. It's hard. Actually, I hate playing with him. Forgive me, but he's a legend in this area. For me, he's everything. You know, someone I looked up to. He's actually younger than me, but Savvy Leone. Leone is, you know, Savvy Leone is just, he's amazing. I don't know if you ever seen him play, but he's
played with him. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's absolutely amazing. His taste for music. To me, you don't have to be an excellent DJ. I mean, even these guys from back in the days, like
Tell them.
Yeah,
spit it out, bro.
What is it? Who is it? Like, let's go back to the the late '80s. Like, you know, what's his name? Frankie Knuckles, those kind of guys.
Nice.
You know, those guys played music, and the transitions they were great. Don't get me wrong, they were great. But sometimes they would play music just for people to vibe to, and not everything sounds great together, you know. But it's just the track selection, and I believe that Savvy Leone has that. Also, he has transition mixes as well too, just very fluid. And I've always admired and envied Savvy. He's always picked me up when I always felt like I was done with the scene, which has been 1,000 times. I'm done with this. I'm not gonna do it no more. I'm like a janky promoter, you know, DJ. I'm not gonna do this no more. You know, no one showed up to the event, and you know, next week someone tells me something about an idea, and I'm like, oh, let's do it. Let's run it. You know. So I've never given up on the scene. I love it. I love the people. I love everything that comes with it, and I'm continuing doing some more. Yeah.
Okay, so what skill do you need to have to do this business? What skill do you think it is?
Oh, you gotta be like perseverance. For me, I just don't take no for an answer. Everything I've ever had in my life was because I forced issues. I don't take no for an answer. If I want you to come play for me, you're gonna play for me. you're gonna respect that because I'm gonna put some money in your pocket at the end of the show. Perseverance. I don't take no for an answer. I played music for a hip hop crowd, and it's pure house music, and again too a lot of Latin beats and all that stuff, so they can relate to that. I force stuff to make things happen, and to this very day I'm still doing that. In the IE it's a little tricky. It's not as populated as out here in Los Angeles, and there's a club on every corner. You got to be very selective out there.
Right on. Bandit.
How do you feel about the whole controversy, or not controversy, the argument between vinyl DJs, controllers, and CDJs? What's your opinion on that? Because a lot of people, they say you're not a real DJ unless you play on vinyl, or you know what I mean. What's your thought on that?
I have friends that they touch, digital equipment, and it's like, man, how'd you do that? And they never touched a record before in their life. I'm not opposed to any of that stuff. I don't care for controllers. It is what it is. Vinyl DJs, I know tons of them. That's where it all started from. We know that. But I guess I can say that the rabbit hole goes so deep. You got to stay moderate. You got to be able to connect with a new audience. The new audience is more calibrated to digital stuff today. I had Sneak Out. I had DJ Sneak Out.
I was there.
Yeah, DJ Sneak Out. How long was it, like a year ago or something like that?
Wow, about a year and a half.
Yeah, a year and a half ago, and it was a great show. It was like almost 500 people in Ontario, California, the Inland Empire. I made a lot of money, so I'm not opposed to any of that stuff. Bring the vinyl, whatever brings the green. That's where I'm at. I had to go home, and my wife, if she doesn't see that there's some cheddar behind it, then she's gonna eventually try to make me quit. If anyone can make me quit, it'll be her. I love my wife so much, Anna. I love you if you're watching. I'll do anything for you. And it's all about this, but I gotta take care of you at the same time too.
Right on, man. Well, we already know what your big break is, dude. It's just you. There's no big break. You made it happen. That's what it sounds like to me.
Like
what was your big break? Like, man, okay, you know what? Hey, you're good. Let's start this. Or what made you say, you know what, I'm going to do this? What was your big break?
Okay, this is kind of funny. I don't say no to parties. I love events. I was attracted to some girl. If you're watching this, babe, sorry. But I was attracted to this girl one time, and it was close to my birthday, and I just had to meet her. And I was like, hey, let's throw a surprise party for myself for my birthday. Like, I just wanted to have a party. We had all the equipment and everything. I was just like, right. And the girl ended up coming, and she ended up becoming my girlfriend. But again, too, it's like I've done some crazy stuff like that. It's unconventional, but it works. I still do the same thing today. I just think I have it inside of me, You can imprison me for 20 years, and the first thing I'm going to do when I come out is I'm going to get at least 6 bass cabinets, some tops, some lights. I'm going to hire Doc Martin or someone, and we're going to make a show.
Right
yeah,
on.
it's natural for me,
Yeah, for sure. If you were able to write a book, what would the title be?
What would the title be? Wow, okay. I don't know, Orly 17 Rules or something like that, Follow me.
Don't be so blunt.
Yes. I mean, that's off the top of the head.
Yeah.
Behind the Headphones, maybe. Yeah. It's a good name. Part 2.
There it is. Collaboration.
There you go.
Do you have any upcoming projects, like music-wise?
I produced a few tracks, total probably less than 10. My entire DJ career, that's maybe 1 track a year. Outside of this whole nightlife, DJ industry stuff that I do, I'm a very busy man. I have 3 kids, a home to protect. I have 6 different businesses.
Wow, that's cool.
So there's a lot going on and behind the scenes with my life, and I don't know how I do it. I'm 47 years old now, right? 47? Shit, I forgot how old I am. 47 years old. Just trying to make things happen still, Did you ask me an event that I have coming up?
Talk about it, bro. I saw it. I added myself.
Well, you see that I have Space Taco that was created by one of my best friends. Daryl.
Yeah.
After the Lunar years, everything just died out electronic music wise in the IE. And in promoting my friend, he said, "Oh, I'm gonna start this collective called Space Taco, and we're gonna do house music." And I was like, "Man, I'm there." So I went to the first event. There was times where Space Taco would have 12 people in the room, and 6 people grooving, and half of that, the other 6 were DJs. So it was very shallow, but we just continued growing. Got a bigger room. Started booking some headlining DJs. We've had everyone: Harry Romero, Joski, Doc. We booked Gene Ferris for the live stream when we went down. We've had Sage Armstrong, Amanon, who's going to be playing. Doc Martin's coming back this next Tuesday. If you guys are free, make sure you run out to Space Taco in Pomona, California. We're going to have a legend there, and I want to invite all you guys to come through. If you guys, I'll give you everyone a free pass. DM me, let me know you're coming through, and I'll put you on my guest list.
There it is.
Come witness
I'll
a
be there.
legend, Doc Martin.
We're carpooling.
Let's go.
These guys, when they play, it's a different kind of ball game. The guy inspires me to this very day. He's a great guy, very, very humble. A lot of guys are not like him in the party scene, the DJ world. But I'm happy that I'm able to rub shoulders with guys like that. It's a lot of fun.
That's dope.
Absolutely.
Do you ever get nervous before a gig or a party? Like,
yeah, I guess a little bit. I'm getting a little more comfortable today. Again, too, the better music that I play today prevents me from being nervous. I'm a guy that practices my sets before I play. It shakes off all the nerves. So I think that, even if you're playing for 10, 20 years, throw down your set before and get to the club and throw it down again, and you'll be fine, Mm-hmm. So just preparation. Right
on. Do you have any pre-show rituals? Like, do you smoke a blunt, take a shot?
No. My babies I kiss at home. Do the cross, obviously. Things like that. Just be thankful, and just no ritual, actually. Just, those things are just normal. I think anyone does that before they leave their home.
Right on.
So you said you had kids. Talk about them.
My daughter, she's 25. She's a bona fide artist. She does murals, tattoos. She's just a beautiful woman. Super excited. My son is a chick magnet. All the girls at school like him. Curly hair, long hair, curly, man. He's all about it today. And
how old is he?
He's 15. He's a monster, man. Very beautiful boy. And then I have my 4-year-old. My daughter's name is Ariel. My 15-year-old's name is Brandon. And my 4-year-old's name is Rambo. Rambo is something else. Every decade I've been blessed with a child.
Seems like it, yeah.
Yes, every decade I've been blessed with a child, and I think this is it, though. This is it, no more. Yeah, I love my children very much, though. They mean the world to me.
Well, you mentioned Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my kids' favorite diners.
Oh, yes.
Brandon's Diner.
Brandon's Diner is it's a nice place. It's given me a lot. I'm very happy to be part of that group there. It's my wife's family's restaurant. They've been doing it for 25 years. I opened up a bar because of Brandon's Diner. It's given me a lot. A lot of the stuff that I do today, it all goes back to Brandon's Diner or the Limousine Company. Just hard work, and I'm super excited for the future and things to come. Yeah, blessed.
What advice would you give to future DJs?
Man, for future DJs, when you've been in the scene as long as I have, people come and go. If you're not ready to be a staple or be nailed into the ground, then don't do it. You're gonna waste your time. 3-4 years doing it is not enough time. 10 years, maybe you can consider yourself like, hey, I'm a DJ finally. But DJs, it's longevity. It's with anything in life, you know. If you do it long enough, you become a professional, obviously. But don't come in here and DJ for 2-3 years, and you know, it's crazy. 'Cause some of the DJs that come in 2-3 years, sometimes they'll make a big name for themselves and they just
They're gone.
disappear. Yes. Yeah. So stick to your guns. Trust me, it'll pay off.
Right on.
That's my advice.
Bandit.
How did you get into DJing and making music and stuff like that?
Well, I never desired to make music. I just feel like, you know, creating a few tracks can open a few doors. That was good. I don't make music. I wouldn't call myself a producer. I messed around with Ableton a few times. There is some pretty big DJs out there that have a few of my tracks, white labels, that they do play them. But even when I play my own music, I'm not really too fond of it. I don't really care for it too much. I just trade, I guess, and I give shows, and I get a lot of unreleased music from other DJs, which is really cool. And DJing, again, too, just goes back to that, you know, do I still want to be in the nightlife scene? I can't be a promoter no more. So I just play music for different collectives and our own collectives, Space Taco, Fun Day House Sessions. And we have a new one that's coming out for the Inland Empire. It's called Electro Lake, which is at Silver Lakes. Hands down, it's going to be the most beautiful place you can have a party at in all of Southern California. It's right off of a lake. It's outdoors. And
so this is the event you're going to have in April?
Yes. I have an event in April called Electro Lake. It's literally right off the freeway. It's really cool. They have a big old LED board right off the freeway. They're putting our invitation up there. Just really proud of those kind of things. And looking forward to it. We opened the doors for sales today for tickets today, and we already have 200 plus tickets sold already, kind of overnight. So I think that this thing's going to be at full capacity.
So this is like a house festival, right? EDM outside?
Yes.
Outdoors?
All outdoors. It's gorgeous. Vendors, food carts. It's going to be done right. They do a lot of the shows at the Nas Center. You know, if you've ever been to the Nas Center, it's cool.
Bernardino.
Yeah, San Bernardino, it's cool. But this one blows it out of the park. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
What
Secure
city is it
venue. In Norco, California?
Norco. Right on.
Yes.
And what's the name of it?
Silver Lakes.
Silver Lakes in
Yes.
Norco. Check it out. He's having a big event outdoors, just like you see on these posts and everything else. He's going to be throwing one actually. Who are the DJs that you're going to have? I know you have Daryl and Adam Paz and all those guys.
Yeah, they're my really good friends in the Inland Empire scene. There's a few of those cats. They're young guys too as well. Novocaine, Supreme, Party Haas, Jacob Martinez. These cats are animals. They don't take no for an answer, and that's why I gravitate to them. They look up to me for to mentor them and to know what they're doing and make sure they're going in the right direction. And honestly, they don't have to. They're doing the right thing. These guys are having underground parties, and it's like 500 plus. It's just totally electrifying. It's beautiful. And we're coming together to give the Inland Empire, Riverside County, this rave April 30th at the Silver Lakes, and it's sky's the limit. There was a gentleman there. He does a country festival, and he started in the same place that we're starting at, and it's kind of cool little story. He started with 400 people in this place that we're having the party at, and his last show after 3 years was 17,000 people.
Wow!
It's called Boots in the Park. The gentleman's name is Steve. He doesn't even go to the shows. He lives in Hawaii. He's chilling, probably playing video games in his boxers. But he had Gwen Stefani and this other huge country artist. The whole city is making money. It's a beautiful thing. So we're looking to take that blueprint and implement it our way and get the electronic music scene a boost in the IE, you know?
That's dope.
That's the way to do it for sure. Describe yourself in 5 words.
5 words? Handsome, baller. No, I'm just playing. I'm a family man. Love, respect, honor, genuine, and I'm very helpful to people. You know, I help a lot of people. I employ over 500 people at our place of business today. Our limousine company hosts about 80 employees. We do that there too, and now I'm starting this whole Electro Lake thing, and we starting off with probably about 14 employees. So just giving people opportunity, paving the way, room for opportunity. We're constantly teaching how to develop credit, things like that, purchasing homes outside of the club scene. I mean, you can make a lot of money, but if you don't report it, then you can't buy a home. So those things are very important for us to teach and school the young people that are working for us to do those things so they can accomplish great things and get a few homes, get some property, because that's where it's at.
You're a great man for sure.
Yep.
Absolutely, dude, from the heart. I mean, you're an entrepreneur, period. Part-time DJ.
Part-time DJ. It's crazy. Everything that gives me money is it's delightful and all that stuff, but my heart and soul lays down with the electronic music scene. I just love it so much.
Dope.
Bandit, please.
So I see you're a busy guy. Do you ever go on vacation, and what's your favorite place to go?
No, it's crazy. My employees go on vacation more than I do.
Oh, shit.
I will make it to Ibiza one day. I've been invited out there to play right before the pandemic, and I had told myself if I make it out there and play, then I'll probably lay all this down. But until I get there, I'm still gonna keep going. I say that to myself, but I'll probably keep going anyways. But yeah, I would love to go to Ibiza, Spain, and play some music out there. That'd be great.
If there was anyone you could collaborate, like do events, is there someone you like got your eye on that you want to work with?
No, I'm very comfortable. I come from humble being. And I love working with the people that I'm working with today. I wouldn't trade them for anyone.
Right on.
Yeah, so Seek One, Daryl, Dylan,
Yeah.
Chris, Novocaine, Supreme, Eddie, Ty Diamonds, Liza Delita, my family members. I love you guys all, and thank you so much for supporting me. And I'll continue supporting you guys as well, too. Thank you. Those are my peoples.
What would you change in the industry?
I've always been one. I'm 47 years old today, and I've been doing this for 8 years, but I don't forget where I come from, and I collab with the younger and older crowd. I've had the most success with that. I have a lot of older DJ friends that are like my age. AJ was on your show not too long ago, but
Yeah.
I had an event with him just recently. The crowd was meshing. It was a beautiful thing. We had older people, older people with kids, 21 years old, and they're bringing their kid out to the festival or to the rave, whatnot.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that stuff. My daughter, she's 25, and she comes out with me now, and she can play music. She has a great ear for it, art. So just bringing all that together is what really moves me. But I know a lot of people there's a lot of collectives, like if it's 90s house, they say the 90s, it's just 90s only. Or if it's the modern stuff, it's just modern stuff only. I like a collaboration of both. I think it's a beautiful thing, and it brings more people,
Have you ever dated a fan?
Have you ever dated a fan? No, I don't shit in my own backyard. No, I don't. I love the people that come in and see me, and that's where I want them to stay. Dancing on the dance floor, enjoying the events, and not being harassed by me. Like, I don't harass anyone. Harass my wife. She's gonna get it when she gets home. When I get home. Yeah. No, I love the fans, and I've been mentored myself, and you don't shit in your own backyard. So no, I never dated any fans.
Right on.
Mm-hmm.
Bandit.
When you first started doing this, did you ever see yourself where you're at today?
Yeah, hell yeah. There's more to come. I see myself in a better place in a year from now. And probably next year I'm going to feel the same too. The rabbit hole goes so deep, I'm traveling. I've been a fan of this since I was a little boy, just music and, putting events together and stuff. And I'm still learning, so there's a lot to learn. And a lot of things to make happen. And again, too, I'm one to force an issue, and I'll do it. It's going to happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what we want to hear. What song inspired you? When we had Joaquin in here, his favorite, what inspired him was an album, Studio 54.
You know what? I couldn't tell you. It was more mixtapes, I guess. More mixtapes. My friend, what's his name? God rest his soul. He passed away. Jason, he was from Chicago, excuse me, and his dad was a huge house head, and they were Puerto Rican. He was a huge house head, and it was a lot of acid house. And we would play that. He gave me the tape, and I had recorded it, so I had my own tape. And I would play it every day for God knows how long. And I would introduce this tape to everyone. Here you go. Sorry. Here, you got to listen to this. Check it out. And a lot of people weren't vibing to it, you know. I was forcing it anyways. I went to the beach one day, and the tape got melted in the car. And, man, I was getting ready to have a nervous breakdown. I went home and got another tape, TDK or Memorex, and pried it open and took the tape out and switched it over. And then it worked again, and I was back in action. So there's not one any particular song. I'm a fan of a lot of the tracks that were old school and stuff, but there's no one particular song. It was that acid house stuff, and I didn't know the names to any of those tracks, but I just knew I loved the music, though.
Nice.
Right on. Richard.
What would you be doing right now if you weren't promoting and DJing right now?
Grinding, working. I find myself behind the desk all the time and in front of my lovely customers. I love my customers. You know, I do a lot of more taking care of my mom today. It's something I guess I can say. You know, my mom raised 6 boys. She had a tough life, and, you know, it's time for me to take care of her. So, yeah, that kind of stuff.
Last question of the night, my friend.
Yes, sir.
What makes you happy?
Being right here with you guys.
Thank
Right
you.
on.
Yeah,
We appreciate you,
I
brother.
love you
Thank you
guys.
so much, man.
Yeah, you guys are the
That's
people,
heartfelt.
the business. It's a new thing.
Thank you, buddy.
Behind the headphones right here. Make sure you guys tune in every time these guys have a Twitch. They're spreading the word around. They're letting people know who you are, who the DJs are. So
Now you know
come
who
check
he
it
is.
out. Yeah, absolutely. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Whoever out there is watching, and again too, DM me to get on the guest list for Doc Warren next Tuesday in the city of Pomona, California, at the Basement. Baby, check it out. It's Orly 17 with the Bandit, Craig Herrera.
Thank you.
It's going down.
Can you bless us with a mix?
Yeah, of course.
Let's
Yeah,
do
I'd
it.
be happy to.
And in the studio now is Orlando Palomo in 30 minutes. Thank you.
You can call me if you want in an emergency. Call me and I'll show you what you wanna see. You can call me if you want in an emergency. Call me if you need some love and ecstasy. Ay, todo lo que soy, cae. Actitud dice todo compás. We in the truck donde papi va. Hecho por el bicho, so hop en traga. No se paga. Todo lo que quiera chula no hay braga. Cuando visita mi fica 2 semanas. Soy como una avispa que pica, mama. Pica, mama, pica, mama, pica, mama, pica, mama, pica, mama, pica, mama, pica, mama. Todo lo que quiera chula no hay braga. Ay, yo dice.
Teach your mind to love the journey. Teach your body to love. Teach yourself that to attain is to live. Make your dreams come true. Gift yourself the love of life. Fill your soul with happiness. Keep on reaching. Reach for the stars.
Behind the headphones, Orly 17. We can't thank you enough for the interview and the blessed mix. Up next, DJ Orlando Palomo.
Keep on reaching for the stars. We gotta keep reaching. Reach for the stars. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. We gotta keep reaching. Reach for the stars.
can call me if you want in an emergency. Call me and I'll show you what you wanna see. You can call me if you want in an emergency. Call me if you need some love and ecstasy. You can call me if you want in an emergency. Call me and I'll show you what you wanna see. You can call me if you want in an emergency. Call me if you need some love and ecstasy. Emergency. 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 You can call me if you want in an emergency. Call me and I'll show you what you wanna see. You can call me if you want.
All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in behind the headphones. We're so graciously blessed right now by DJ Orlando Rocha, also known as Orly 17. He has a huge EDM event in Corona, or Norco, I should say, at the end of April. Check it out, Orly 17. He's also inviting everyone to go to his gig at Space Taco with Doc Martin this Tuesday, April 4th. Space Taco in Pomona at the basement. But right now, we are again blessed to have another legend gracing us today. DJ Orlando from Power 106, the Hooligans, world famous. Please, yes.
Actually prefer Groove Radio.
Groove Radio.
I mean, I was on Power for a long time with Power Tools and all that, but longer on Groove.
Ladies and gentlemen, Orlando Palomo.
Rather
you for-
use Orlando too.
Orlando.
I don't know why people call me Palomo.
Well,
There's no need for
ladies and
that.
gentlemen, DJ Orlando, what's your favorite food?
Pizza.
What? Nice.
Simple. Is that what you ate growing up, or what, how did that come about?
Just all my grandkids, my kids, we just eat, we love pizza. We never say no to pizza.
What's your favorite shop?
Shop?
A pizza shop.
Oh. I mean, seriously, dude, I can eat a frozen pizza and love it. It doesn't matter.
It just got to be warm, right?
Yeah, just crispy and warm.
Bandit.
What is a typical day for you, like routine-wise?
I wake up right about 6:30. I get on my computer. I play a few video games. And then I get dressed, go to work. I'm in the office till about 7, 8, 9 o'clock every day. And, come home and start over again.
What video game?
I play a lot of Hearthstone.
PC game or?
It's a PC game.
Nice, nice.
So you say you go to work. What is your career?
Plumbing. I'm in the plumbing world. I've been, I was in the field for many years. I'm going like on 20, maybe 21, 22 years in the plumbing field. And now I tell people what to do.
Right on. So you're a supervisor or management.
Yeah.
Right on. You love your job?
I love it, dude. My best friend's the owner, so it works out really well.
Pat him on the back.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Bobby.
All right.
Robert Gomez, actually.
There you go.
How do you feel the internet has impacted the music business? Do you think it's good, bad? Like, what's your opinion?
I mean, what I think, it really doesn't matter. I mean,
Sure it does.
I buy the music. I rarely ask for free. I get to send a lot of music from the guys, but I'll go on Track Source and stuff and really start digging in there. Like if I was at a record store, I would sit there for hours and dig and find something that I know nobody else is gonna play, and I'll play it.
Beautiful, man. What is your talents?
Talent, shoot. Obviously, mixing records is a thing for me. I've always had an itch for it. I've never. I think my first 10 years of being a DJ, I never owned turntables.
Wow.
I just bought the records and played them. I listened to them like at the record shop I worked at, or Street Sounds, or wherever I was buying the records. And okay, I'm gonna play this tonight. I'll play this tonight, and whatever I have at home, and go from there. But I never practiced or anything like that. Just played. Till this day, I still don't practice. I just get records. I know what goes with what doesn't go with what, and just do it. What else? Shoot. I was a really good plumber. Real good plumber.
There you go.
Yeah,
There's your talent.
yeah. You could ask me anything about plumbing, and I'll tell you.
I might have some work for you.
Yeah, bro. I could walk around your house and tell you exactly if you got a leak under the house.
He's a good guy already.
Yeah.
We're gonna be best friends.
I'll take care of you.
What's your greatest weakness?
I say probably now my weakness was probably alcohol. And I learned the hard way on that. Many years of drinking, and pretty much kind of regret drinking so much through the years, especially while DJing. I treated some people harshly, and did some probably bad things when I was really drunk and DJing. Never went off beat when I was drunk, but acted like a fool. So probably alcohol, and that's why I don't drink anymore.
Good for you, man. That's a great accomplishment, I must say.
What's the best advice you've been given throughout these years?
Nobody's ever given me advice.
Wow.
None.
Any role models or anyone that inspired you to be where you're at today?
No, I just I was into heavy metal when I was a freshman in high school, and I heard music on the corner of my house in Southgate, and it was dance music, so disco. This was in the 80s, and it was the guy having the party. His brother went to Pius, was at the school I went to, and Gary, he was a sophomore, so I kind of knew him, but I walked over there and the place was packed, full house, and they were playing disco and stuff. I've never heard the music before because I was listening to Def Leppard and
That's good stuff, though, man.
Motorhead
I mean,
and stuff like that.
There's some good samples.
Rat
right
and Twisted Sister and whatnot.
Right on.
And I stayed there the whole night, and even after, when the party was over, we were drinking and I got to know everybody, and that's actually the first night when I actually touched the 1200. I didn't know what a 1200 was. I didn't know what anything was. And first record, the two records that I was fucking with was the Uncutting Records, Hashim. It's time, and I was just, and it was just, it's time, and I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. And never looked back after that. After that, I said, I'm going to be a DJ. And
That's dope.
actually, the first party I threw in high school, I played heavy metal music.
Nothing wrong with that, dude.
My buddies played disco. I remember my buddies played kind of like freestyle stuff. But I actually played heavy metal. And, since a lot of my friends were into heavy metal, they were digging it. I mean, I wasn't mixing. I was just playing a record after a record.
Exactly. AC/DC.
Can't fucking mix it. But, yeah, that was my first thing.
Right on, dude. If you were able to write a book, what would its title?
I'm sorry?
Why?
You'd have to read the book.
Right on. Good answer.
If you could give yourself some advice as a young man, what would it be?
Okay, one of them definitely, once again with the alcohol. Two, buy Bitcoin. You know, about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah,
Definitely.
should have done that too.
Oh yeah.
What skill do you need to be a DJ?
Well, now or then?
In general?
I mean, now. I mean, it seems like everybody's a DJ. Every uncle, every
Yeah, that's
Theo,
true. It's saturated out there.
everybody's kid, everybody's grandkids is a DJ. So I mean, obviously, it's not really.
Okay, say back then when you started.
Well, yeah, man, you needed to figure. I remember the first time I actually got my record on beat because I would record myself, and I didn't have 1200s to play with. They were Sonys with the pitch on the side.
Oh yeah.
And I remember the first time because I was listening, I'm like, oh, that wasn't good. That wasn't. I'm like, wait a minute, that was good. That was freaking good. Like, all right, that was my first one, and that was on the side pitch. What was the question again? I got too into the story. What was the question?
It's all good. Keep going, Nick.
You guys know. What was it? How do you engage your listeners?
As far as being at a club or underground, whatever.
Those are your listeners.
Engage. I mean, I read the hell out of them. I read as soon as I walk in the place. I start reading and start figuring out what I'm gonna do because I really don't know what I'm gonna do until I get there and I start. Whoever's DJing before me, what's he playing? What's he doing? What's working? What's not working?
Right, you got to read the crowd.
I'm constantly reading. I've always done that, and it bothers me if that there's. Let's say there's 300 people in the room and 20 people are dancing. That's gonna bother me.
Yeah, right. Everybody should be dancing
Yeah,
and
and
grooving,
so
right?
what is the guy doing before me that's not working? And
Learn from that.
usually I figure it out.
Right on.
And when I play, then boom, the room is full. And after you get them with a couple of those tracks, then you could pretty much do whatever you want with them after that.
It's funny you say that because people have asked me too as well. Like, do you ever prepare or like pick tracks? And I just go off the top.
No. I mean, sometimes like today, I mean, I have a couple folders. One of them being new disco, which I love playing, but I'm not gonna play that today. But I'll have a new disco set just in case. And people get tired of four on the floor, a fast four on the floor. They just get tired of it. Depending on the gig you're at, obviously, but try not to play at gigs that are going to get tired of that. But when I DJ for friends, they ask me to play here or there, and I know the crowd's not going to be really a crowd that's going to really get down with what I really want to play. I'll always have, a different type of set. Like I said, a new disco set's always fun, and I've been getting really into the new disco stuff, and it's pretty kick-ass. I love it.
Right on.
I happened to hear your set at the House Issues event. Killer set.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have any pre-ritual stuff you do before you play?
No, man. I mean, before, yes, I would drink a lot, but now I'm just so tired from work, dude. And tell you the truth, like this last one at the Mayan, I was so fucking tired. And
Hey, but you killed it.
I closed the night, and even worse, I had to wake up in the morning super early. It was just like, I woke up. I did not drink a lick because I don't, like I said, don't drink. And I woke up like I had a hangover.
Damn.
My head hurt. It was just like, geez, man. I mean, I don't have a ritual. I just like, all right. You're like, oh, here we go. All right, let's go. I have to drink. I have a drink at home called Zip Fizz. It's kind of vitamins, kind of get you pepped up.
Right on.
I'll drink that, and that'll give me a little pep. Like, okay, because if I don't, then I just want to lay down and go to sleep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Were your parents supportive of your DJ career, or anybody in your
Yeah,
family?
yeah.
that
I mean, they didn't care.
gave you
Bro. Like a
gun ho?
typical Hispanic family. I mean, unlike myself, who's Americanized and made sure my kids, did the right thing, and my parents just, hey, get a job after high school, and or become a DJ, which worked because I was making money back then doing it.
What has been your favorite place or favorite time playing, or being on the radio or event?
Favorite time has got to be when we were all on Groove. That was really, really something. I got to meet a lot of good DJs, a lot of producers, a lot of acts, a lot of singers. It was just amazing. A lot of good stuff with Tony. Me and Tony were partners forever. Yeah, we're still good friends. We still talk. I still call him, and we talk. And
Nice.
we just talked the other day because we're doing a set pretty soon, and we were talking about it because we're gonna go back to back for 2 hours, and we're just gonna fuck it up.
Wow, that's gonna be insane.
I said, this is where
Hey, get your dancing shoes ready.
we're gonna play heater. I'm gonna play a track that you could just go right into, and we're gonna go 2 hours of that.
Wow.
So he's like, all right, let's do this, and we're gonna do it. We'll talk about that when he asks me about the gigs.
Do you play any instruments outside of?
I
DJing?
wish. I'm so jealous of people who can play guitars. My son-in-law plays a horn. I mean, I love listening to him play. Anybody who plays any instrument, it could be a fucking xylophone. I don't.
Hey, those
I
are
don't
hard to
care.
play, bro.
Even
You like music.
Even a flutophone. If he could play good, I am enthralled by that. I'm amazed.
Right
I
on.
wish I could. I really wish. The only thing I can do is go ding, 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 ding.
It's
and
nothing
that's
wrong
about
with
it.
pushing buttons.
Yeah.
That's the new life. So you were talking about kids.
Yes.
Tell us about them.
My eldest, she lives in Arizona, and she's about 32. And she is, what you want to say, if you're a doctor or a nurse and you're lazy, then you hire her to do your papers. So she knows everything about the medical industry because she writes so much about it. So that's my eldest. And then my son, Nicholas, who still lives at home. And kind of reminds me of me because it took me a long time to figure out what I was going to do in life. And same, in my 30s, I was still, still figuring out DJing, but, that's not going to, make it. It's not going to get, you're not going to buy a house DJing unless you're like a Louis Vega and big DJs like that. But, so he still lives at home, still figuring out, but he's a good kid, does work, and he's a great cook. I love his food. Very good cook. My daughter's next. She's a surgeon in Florida.
Jeez.
And
Congratulations.
yeah, thanks. So she's amazing.
What's her name?
Christina, and she has a daughter, my granddaughter, and Howard is her husband, and I love them all to death. And then my littlest is Jonathan, and his last year at University of Pennsylvania, and he's majoring in physics. And
Wow.
he already got
Smart guy.
He already got a good paying gig in Chicago after he graduates. So data scientist is going to be his thing. All numbers. He loves numbers and loves baseball. Talks about baseball numbers, stats. He's just numbers, which is awesome. I love it. Yeah, those are my kids.
Right on. So were you ever married, divorced?
Yeah, of course. Next.
Good answer.
Can't get no more live than that, I'm telling you.
What's your top 3 songs? Your go-to, like?
Go-to?
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on the go-to and where I'm playing.
Let's say a 90s event.
I mean, I shy away from playing the original tracks because I
B-side,
broke the fucking original tracks. When the original tracks were out, I was playing them. I really look for and dig for remixes of 90s tracks, and I found tons. I mean, I have a big library of 90s tracks that are very, very well done. If they're stupid, then I won't play it, but when they're well done, I will play it. And let's just say it's a 90s track, the remix of El Trago. That's a great remix. What else? The new JD Plastic Dreams. I just got I got a ton of different remixes, but the newest one I got, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that song is insane. Like,
kick ass. A new remix of that is amazing. And after that, I mean, maybe even, there's a new remix that I've played quite a bit. I've been playing it for a couple of years, and I have never heard anybody play it of Nightcrawlers. And just to play it, and people go nuts when when they hear that, they go nuts. But that remix that I have is pretty darn amazing, and I don't play it all the time because I'd rather play other stuff. But if it's something that needs the crowd to wake up, then you drop that and everybody's woken up, and then I continue to what I was doing.
right on. If you could collaborate with anyone else that you have, who would it be?
With Orly 17.
There it is.
Yeah, now we're
we just
talking.
hooked them up tonight. There it is.
We're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
You
Right
heard
on.
him. Nice.
Who's your favorite DJ?
I've been asked that question. I've always said me. I've always been my favorite own DJ. No, but seriously, Louis Vega, all hands down, is my favorite. I've DJed with him. I've hung out with
that's
him.
dope.
I've spoken with him. You know, during the groove years, he would come to the station.
Nice.
And he would give me the white labels and stuff. We would talk and chill, and just watching him play is amazing. Even now, watching him, you know, online and stuff,
I see him online always like in the studio now. It's like
yeah, he's badass.
amazing.
Amazing.
They have like a whole
yeah.
orchestra.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, wow.
Yeah, that dude would never stop. He's just too good.
How do you stay up to date and write your music if you still do?
What do you mean by right?
Well, when you did like Aqua Boogie and the Hooligans and stuff like that, when you guys did your labels and your tracks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do that anymore. I just do not have the time for that. I can't. There's no way. I would never sleep. I mean, I literally work and work out and go home and sleep, and that's it, man. I mean, I'm tired. By the time I get home, I could barely walk. When I wake up, I could barely walk, and then, you know, get the day started.
I hear you.
Yeah, I just don't have time for any of that. Not anymore.
Do you have any new projects coming up, music-wise, or besides events? I know.
No, just events and music. I just, like I said, I just do not have the time. And I did talk to AJ. I did want to do something, and we're supposed to do something next week. But once again, just getting there and doing it, that's, you know, saying one thing that we're going to do it. Sure, we can say that all day.
Yeah.
But actually,
Getting
you know,
there.
I work in Fullerton, and, you know, fucking Fullerton is not, you know, nearby
Yeah.
here. It took me an hour and a half to get here from Fullerton.
Oh, shit.
Just a little while ago, so
Oh,
that
yeah.
was not fun. I had to take the streets.
Yeah,
Literally,
that
I
accident
took
today.
the whole streets.
Wow.
And AJ lives, you know, out here close by, and
Yeah.
like I said, like, just getting there is the
Hard
mission. If I get there, then we'll get it done. We can you know, work that computer and the track, but it's just getting there. So we're supposed to. Actually, because I want to do something, I want to remix a track for the House Issues Festival
Nice.
coming up on June 3rd. So I got something I want to drop there,
Ooh.
and during our set, me and Tony said, and make everybody go nuts, and, you know, make
Can't
the
wait to
ladies
hear that,
throw
man.
the panties.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll be there for sure.
What were you like as a kid? And where did you go to school?
It was all private schools. My parents, you know, worked hard to get, you know, me and my brother. Never went to public school. I think 1 year went to public school, and after that, it's just been Catholic schools after that. What was the question?
What were you like as a kid?
Oh,
And where'd you grow up?
I played soccer, a lot of soccer.
Nice.
I was always doing sports. I mean, pretty normal kid. Nothing incredible. Just sports and school. I wasn't the greatest in school. I mean, I passed all my tests and stuff, but I wasn't the greatest. I just didn't have that drive. I felt it was boring, but I didn't fail or anything like that.
And where'd you grow up at? What part of town?
Cudahy, Southgate. Cudahy, Linwood, Southgate. Pretty much Southgate until I was, you know, getting women pregnant, and then, you know, doing that.
Can we bleep that part?
That part you can keep.
Incredible. Describe yourself in 5 words.
I was thinking about that when you asked Orlando here, and I was like, what the fuck am I gonna say?
Damn.
I mean, hardworking, loving man, dad.
Good job. That's what we want to hear, man. Especially the fans. And what would you change in the industry if you had a chance? What would you change?
I'm not gonna say anything about the industry. I'm not one to bash. I'm not gonna say shit. I wouldn't. If this is the way it's going, that's the way it's going. I mean, whatever it is, you know, if you need follows to be a great DJ, you know, to get hired, then that's the way it is. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, you got to take it, right, and roll with it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Just the way it is.
If you have 5,000 people following, you can't mix a beat. I mean, I guess if that's what people want, that's what people want.
Right? What was your favorite TV show growing up?
Favorite TV show? What did I watch all the time? God, there's so many, man.
Hey, the 80s, 90s,
yeah,
they
dude,
were
I mean,
good.
Little Rascals, you know,
Nice.
freaking Three Stooges. I mean, me and Bobby, we're his office is right next to mine. We're always talking about stupid shit like that. You know, you remember this, remember that. Do you remember Alice? Do you remember, Good Times?
Columbo.
I never watched Columbo. Never got into Columbo. For some reason, I did not want to watch Columbo.
Marcus
I
Welby.
still refuse to watch Columbo.
What makes you happy?
You know, to tell you the truth, being by myself makes me happy. Just being by myself, especially when I'm out in my Jeep, just in the middle of the desert, nowhere. Just enjoy it, man. Just nice, quiet, peaceful. That makes me happy.
What's your craziest adventure?
I can't even talk about that. Craziest? Nah, man. I couldn't.
Rated PG adventure.
Nah, it would be too extreme. PG. I mean, just when I did stuff with my kids, man, like, we would go to the river and boat and stuff like that. That was amazing. When the best times when I had my son, my two sons and my daughter. My oldest was living in Arizona already, but my three kids, when there was a few handful of times where all of them went boating with me. Nice. And those I still remember, and I love those pictures when I see them, because after that my son stopped going. And then my daughter got older. She stopped going, and then it was just me and my son, and then he didn't want to go no more. So I was like, well, fuck. I guess I'm selling the boat.
Wow.
Were you a fisherman?
No, just like partying and getting drunk on the boat, which was bad, really bad to do actually in the water. Is getting drunk on the fucking boat. Stupid.
What is it about music or DJing that makes you passionate? Like, what inspires you to just like want to get out there and like, I want to play in front of this crowd?
The funny thing is, bro, there's so many times where I don't want to play, and AJ, God bless AJ, he always. There was a couple of years where I just didn't do anything. I didn't want to DJ. I was just very happy not playing, and he would always say, "Bro, please come play, please." And all right, AJ, I'll do it for you. And then he'll get me out there, and then you get that feeling, when there's hundreds and hundreds of people grooving to what you're playing, and that's a great feeling when everybody's really smiling and enjoying what you're doing and dancing, and especially when you're done, bro, and you get that clap and the people going, loving it. That's a great feeling, and it's probably why I don't say yes a lot to gigs. I say more no to gigs than yes, but they just got to be good gigs. I hate the anxiety of not knowing if the gig's gonna be, people. You just there's different crowds, man. You got rock and Espanol crowds. You got these crowds. You got that crowd, and sometimes they just don't like dance music. They fucking mad dog you when you play dance music, and
I've been there.
Get a fucking rope and you're on the dance floor right now.
And the funny thing is, I enjoy rock and Espanol. I enjoy reggae. I enjoy everything.
Yeah.
And if the DJ is playing music, I'm enjoying it. You know what I mean? I'm not hating, and they fucking hate, and
it's because
that gives me anxiety, and I don't even want to be around it. So if I know the gig is gonna be kind of dumb, then I'll just
skip it.
Skip it. Yeah, I'll say no.
Yeah, people get comfortable. They gotta. I guess because we're DJs, we're always liking different sounds. So
I really enjoy a lot of different music, and even when I'm out, like I said, when I'm out camping and being out in the desert, I'm listening to country. I was listening to
right on.
Fucking The Gambler. Oh, I was listening.
Rogers?
Yeah, man, I was dancing and singing to The Gambler.
You just answered my next question with that answer.
He rolled right into it.
Yeah, I was like, shit. Yeah, because I was gonna ask you, has your music taste changed over time? But obviously, you're into everything. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love heavy metal. I mean,
same here.
I love heavy metal. I've gone.
It's all good.
That's all right. I mean, my first concert was Iron Maiden, and Twisted Sister was the opener.
Nice.
Long Beach.
No, this was at the Forum.
Nice.
Is there any photos of like you guys with long hair? Like,
no, my hair did not grow good back then. For some reason, my hair grew that way, grew up. I just didn't know how to do it. I can grow it long now. I could really grow my hair long. Actually, there's a picture of me and Tony B playing in Alhambra where my hair is down to my shoulder here. I can do it now, but it's just so much freaking work and
right.
when you shower and it's like you're like now I love
you
it now.
gotta tame to the hair all the time.
I just go pop, I'm done. Fuck. With the hair, I had to sit there and start using a blow dryer. Oh my God, forget about it. At least I'm not going bald, so that's a good thing.
Right.
Go ahead, bro.
Next. You had a
looking
question?
Do you have any weaknesses that you want to improve on? Like maybe something, you know?
Oh man, weaknesses. I mean, we're all weak at something. I'm
Right.
sure we're all weak at a lot of things. Probably stuff we wouldn't want to talk about. I mean, sure, probably rather not say, but I'm sure I would love to, get better at it.
Right on. Right on. So, what age did you start like producing or DJing live on the radio?
On the radio was
Or actually, what year?
yeah, I mean, when Power Tools first show, man.
Wow, that's
When I
sick.
met Richard and the guys, it was a great story. I was huge. I was huge in the Southgate world, like Southgate, Huntington Park. Even Downey started coming to the parties, and Downey was different. It was across the freeway. So I would do a bunch of gigs with Herrick, Alex I, and a guy named Nelson. We did so many gigs. Lenny V was part of that world too. And I'm starting to get a little ding ding. We did good gigs, man, and we were playing some great music, great house music, and started getting into techno. And I got invited by a girl who used to come to all my gigs or all house parties for the most part, and some warehouses. And she said, "Hey, would you DJ on my birthday?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not? You're a cool person," and I did, and it was on L.A. Where I just didn't go. I didn't go to L.A. at all. Mm-hmm. And I DJ'd the house party, and she was real good friends with Alex Jumbo, friends with
Rest in peace.
we're good friends with Jerry Mraz, Humpty Vision, all that crew, and they were there, so they didn't know who I was. But when I did play, I fucked it up, and I did what I do, and nice. Alex said, "Bro, he's like, you know what? You got to come play at the clubs I do." And I had no idea who he was. I had no idea what fucking clubs they did. And then obviously they were doing Alex Jumbo and stuff like that, and big clubs in that world. And I never really did clubs. I just did house parties and warehouses, and that's it. So that little house party got me introduced to that world, and I started DJing at clubs and started getting gigs at clubs, and that led to meeting Tony B, meeting
Nice.
AJ, and then just doing stuff with DJing with them, and me and Tony got together. Well, actually, my first record I messed around with was with AJ. We did a record. He came over. He said, "Come to my pad." He was on the AR. What is it? AR-15? What is that? The ASR? I don't know if you guys remember the ASR. It was all in one keyboard. It did everything. It sampled. You did everything on the keyboard. No computer. That's what he was working on.
Wow.
And we did a track, and he did a track, and I did some tweaking on the knobs, and that's what I got. I got credit on there, tweaking by Orlando. That's what I got the credit for. And that record actually came out on Strictly Rhythm.
Nice.
And my name was on there. I was like, "Oh shit, that's dope." And then me and him ended up doing LA Ticos, "Welcome to the Club." Dun, 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 welcome to, that was my voice doing that. And we did that on that same piece of machinery, and that got picked up and made a little bit of money on that. And then
Good job.
and AJ, for some reason, I maybe because he gave me like $2 for the gig. I don't know. I don't remember. No, I made more on that one. But then me and Tony started, we started getting together. Fucking AJ. Right. Damn. Tony and I started, hanging out together more, getting more gigs together, and we said, "Hey, let's let's make some records. And we did. We made some records, and with our first record that we did on UC Underground Construction, sold a ton of copies, and the guys couldn't believe it. They're like, "I can't believe we sold that many copies of your records." We were like, "All right, cool, man. You know, dope." I don't think I ever played it. Tony played it, but I never really played it. And then we made the other one, and you know, then we started making records for all the Hard House guys. I tried to produce house music on some, like on the B-side third track that probably got overlooked, just because I felt like, you know, that was more me than the hard stuff was. Techno I love. I really wish I could produce techno, but like I said, we were doing that was the thing to do back then, was the Hard House. And then because of that, because being in the studio with Tony, you know, every day, then he got the gig at Groove, and then you know I'm right there, and he's like, "Bro, we're all gonna do it. We're all gonna DJ on there." And sure enough, we ended up, you know, doing. I had my own show I was doing like a 4 or 5 hour straight mix show.
Sweet.
I would talk some and do different. You know, I was doing different shows, and then. Was on the panels in the Winter Music Conference about mixing on the radio shows, and you know those were so the years was, I'm gonna say, 95, 96, 97, 94, 95, 96, 97, and then I think 98 is when Groove went out. Groove 103.1 finally, they got rid of it, and after that you really found out who your friends were, and you know, when that went out, you know, I would begin certain gigs, and they'll stop right away. So I was like, all right, well, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I did not complain. I did not cry. I just said, all right, well, that's the way it is. That's the way it is, and then that was it. But those years were amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What was your favorite toy?
Probably, can it be anything? Like
What's your favorite toy?
Well, I think the Pong, you know, we bing, 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 the Pong. That was my. But it wasn't. You couldn't play anything on it. All it was Pong.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 knobs. And there's a picture of me and my brother, like with big smiles on our face, going. I think we.
You guys are into it.
And bro, the picture is funny because we're playing the game and we're all upright, and our room's a fucking mess, bro. There's clothes everywhere. We were just sitting there playing the game. That was pretty amazing.
Last question for me, my friend. Besides Hashim, It's Time, what song really inspired you? What song hit you? What was it?
Well, when it comes to, I was, funny thing, you do, check this out. Before house music, I was really good at playing like K-rock, like alternative music, and freestyle. Really solid. I could mix the shit out of it. I would find what records go and win with what,
Nice.
and I was getting gigs playing, you know, big gigs, playing, you know Berlin and shit like that, and freestyle and
Nice.
I mean, I was playing a ton of freestyle. I mean, my favorite track was Gino Latino. That was one of my favorite tracks. And then I remember I was at the record store, and Herrick Hell ran in and said, "Orlando," he's like, "Have you heard of house music?" I'm like, he goes, "Do you have any house music?" I'm like, "I don't think so, dude." I got no Sarah. Got that.
Summertime.
There might be a house mix on that. And he ran in, he looked through a couple, he's like, "No, bro," he goes, you gotta get some house music. I'm like, all right, go for it. And I remember, all right, house music. So I remember that Saturday when he told me, it was during the week, and I drove, I didn't know where to go. I really didn't know where to go to find house music. So I drove to Norwalk Records just for shits and giggles. And
Nice.
And Steve Saldez was the guy who worked there. And, you know, Steve Saldez is no longer with us. God rest his soul. If you don't know Steve, that's DJ Earthquake's brother, and he's no longer with us either. But Steve was the guy there who did the ordering and stuff. And I remember walking up to him, and this is, I never met him. We were good friends after that, like many years after that. I said, "Hey, do you have any house music?" And he's like, "House music?" He's like, "What's that?" He's like, "I don't know." I'm asking you. I didn't tell him I worked at a record store. I don't want to seem dumb or anything. he's like, bro, he's like, these are the newest records we have right here. And there was like a little bin of new records. And I'm like, all right. And this is before you couldn't listen to records. You just had to buy them and then you could listen to them. So I was going, dun, 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 dun. And I pulled out a Warlock record. And I'm like, I never seen this label. And it said, I'll house you. I said, well, fuck, this has got to be house. Has to be. What else is
It says house on the
It
title.
says house. I'll house you. It's got to be. So I bought it. It was like $3.99, $4.99. I don't know. Remember? I bought it.
$2.99 probably.
I went to the record. I went and opened it up, dropped it in. Sure enough, I was like, whatever the fuck this is dope. And I fell in love with it. And then after that, I started doing my research. And since I worked at a record store, I started with the buyer. I said, hey, I have this record. I want shit like that. So I started getting records like that at Yuri's. And then I met more people, listening to house music. Then they told me, hey, Exodus Records. And then I would go to Exodus. And, that's when Henry De La Pena worked there. And I remember he would just, here, listen to that. I'm like, fucking dope. I'll take it all. Just give me it all. And I spent so much money. I mean, literally, I would spend every week like $200 or $300 in records, and that's a lot back then. Dude. I mean, I was literally left with nothing, but I had the dopest records. And whenever I played, people noticed, said, fuck, he's playing some dope shit. He's playing some badass shit. And that's how that started.
Right on. What message can you give to the young generation that are probably watching?
I really, if you want to be DJ, great. If you don't, good. Go to school, be something. Learn. I mean, I think if you're gonna concentrate on being a DJ, a good chance that you're gonna have fun. You're gonna do drugs. You're gonna get drunk. You're gonna get women. You are. I mean, it's just the way it is.
Right.
Even if you suck, you're still gonna you're gonna get that. But if you're coming to me and as a dad and a grandpa and having kids who went to school to educate themselves, I would say go to school, educate yourself, and hey, we need doctors, we need scientists, we need
something good,
and they made my kids made me super proud. I mean, you look at me at I'm me, and they're, I have a surgeon, I have a physics.
Kudos, man. Kudos.
And that, I mean, at least I did something right and made sure that they didn't fuck up.
Salute.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So please tell the fans here, how can they watch you or go see you, check you out on your page?
Yeah, just just my Instagram. I mean, I don't have any fancy page or nothing, dude. I really, I apologize for not posting as much, but I'm fucking busy, dude. From the time I wake up and I'm in the office, and it's like, oh fuck,
you're here, bro.
I gotta post something.
This is the biggest post. You're here,
and I just, jeez.
We're humbled by your presence.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
4017. What's your next gig coming up?
June 3rd, Plaza de la Raza in LA. It's going to be outdoors. It's the House Issues Music Festival. And like I said, it's going to be me and Tony for 2 hours right before Bad Boy Bill. And then
Nice.
Bad Boy Bill will go on and do his thing. But me and Tony, we're really, really good at it.
You're going to bring the fire, dude.
We brought some fire at the last gig we played together. He loves to go back to back with me. He loves it, and we're never scheduled like that. It's always him or me or him, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But he always says, "Bro, come on, let's go back to back." I'm like, "All right, fuck it, let's do it." So, and we always have a good time. We feed off each other, even though he plays off a computer and the controller. I'll play off the CDJs, but we work it, and I'll drop his track, he drops my track. We'll fuck with his track, and we don't DJ together ever. He doesn't live here, so but it works. We just
East Coast.
We seem, I'll yell numbers. I go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he knows what I'm yelling at, because in the 4, you better drop your shit and come into the next track. And that's it. So June 3rd, Saturday, June 3rd, at Plaza La Raza House Issues Music Festival. They're having like 4 dance floors, bro. There's so many. There's outdoors and indoors. It's gonna be kick ass, and they've been selling tickets already like galore. So it's gonna be good.
Can't wait.
Bandit, what do you got coming up?
I actually have a gig this Sunday, McGay Sports Bar and Grill. I'll be playing some funk music. Pretty cool. Free admission.
Oh, that's the one where you put the wrong name that one time, right?
Yeah.
Dude. Oh, those
Dude,
guys, man. Those guys.
you know,
I know.
Murdered him, dude.
I
Wow.
know, bro. Trust me, I know, because we
it's
were all.
called Soul Fun Sundays, not Soulful
I know,
Sundays.
Yeah, soul fun.
I'm pretty sure it was just a typo, and
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
And I'm good friends with all them. We're
Yeah,
all in
yeah.
a chat together, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" I'm like, I didn't say anything, but then they figured out it's a typo.
Yeah, I was
Exactly, man.
Get over it.
Exactly.
People
And-
get too crazy over Instagram nowadays. It's like, relax,
Yeah, we're human, man.
Yeah. All right.
And if you guys want to watch me, May 20th, House Parties of the 90s, Sage Whittier. Check it out. Okay, we want to thank Orly 17. We want to thank my partner right here, K-Bandit. His beautiful wife is the host right here. Of course, DJ Orlando from Groove Radio, Power 106, and the Hooligans. All the shout outs to the people out there for watching behind the headphones. We thank you so much. Check us out again in 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, we're going to have Robert Risque and Rock Sanchez gracing our floor here. So please, Orlando.
Rocky?
Rocky
Yes,
Sanchez.
sir. Friday,
Rocky.
April
Oh,
21st.
love
April
Rocky.
21st is our next gig because NAM is coming up in 2 weeks. So we're going to give NAM all the love as well. Orlando, will you please grace us with a mix?
I shall.
Let's go.
Emergency. 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 You can call me if you want in an emergency. Call me and I'll show you what you wanna see. You can call me if you want in an emergency.
Good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life, good life, good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life, good life, good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life, good life, good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life, good life. The feeling that you get from the good life. Hey, once you get that good life feeling, let me tell you, no one can take it away. No, 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 no. I have got a feeling that you're gonna like it, what I'm doing to you. When I'm doing what I'm doing, I'll be doing what you want me to do. Hey, love is shining, life is thriving in the good life, good life, good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life, good life. No more bad times, only glad times in the good life, good life, good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life. Shining, life is thriving in the good life, good life, good life, good life, good life, good life. life in the good life, good life. No more bad times, only glad times in the good life, good life. Good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life, good life. Good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life, good life. Good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life, good life. No more rainy days, the sun will chase the clouds away in the good life. Good life, good life, good life, good life in the good life, good life.
Yes. DJ Orlando is in the house behind the headphones. DJ Orlando. you again so much for watching Behind the Headphones. Orly 17 and the Space Taco Crew. Sunday House Lesson. Eclectic coming up. DJ Orlando gracing us with his mix. Also coming up, House Issues. I want to thank my partner in crime, K-Bandit. He also has something coming up this Sunday. So fun! On Sunday, you can catch me at May 20th, House Parties of the 90s, 80s and 90s party. Again, we thank all the guests for coming. 3 weeks from now, April 21st, Robert Risque, Rocky Sanchez. And yes, Space Taco, Orly invited everybody and their mother. Guest list, hit up Orly 17 for Space Taco and Doc Martin this Tuesday. Hit him up, DM him for guest passes. Thank you. Thank you again.